gonna map the foot. Before we do the mapping though, we do the frog. And you get, so you have your own little system here. But what we want to do, we always want to trim the apex of the frog down and find where the true apex is. It'll be rounded and it will blend in with the sole. We're going to go ahead and take it back a ways. See how I'm taking off little chunks? See his nice thick frog? Okay, see this? You want to see where that really is. Okay, see? Okay, I think that's all sole. So he's about to there. We're going to go ahead and clean up the sides of the frog. And I have a smaller knife I like to use. Once I get going here, I like to round off these sharp edges here. Valerie, you need to hold still. Oh. Shape up my frog. See there? Other side of my knife is sharper. I like to clean out in there. I don't want my frog laying over into the collateral groove. Which this knife is very nice for that. Oops. Because your frog gets too wide, lays over into your collateral groove and pushes the bar over. Or if you're trying to correct an asymmetrical hoof, it will prevent it from coming in. Okay, quit. Take that right out there. I'm going to cut that out of there because I'm wanting this heel, which is asymmetrical, to come in a little more. Okay, there we go. Okay, go. Cleaned up. Let's see. Now I got my frog cleaned up. Mark the true apex is right here. See, it wasn't clear up there. Okay, see if your foot's gonna shift on you too as this frog straightens up and moves back as the back of the foot corrects. Okay, so I'm gonna mark right in the center there and right there. I'm gonna lay this right here. I want to make a mark right down, well, I've kind of missed it, but about down the center like that. Then from there forward, right there, foot's wet. Okay, so there I know my toe needs to be brought back to or stay at or whatever. Okay, now we'll lay this right here, mark here and here. Lay that in there to mark my bar line, which I'm right on the money with that bar, so I don't need to do nothing to it. Quit and hold still. Over here, pretty close on that bar too. Can take off a little bit right there. Okay, now I'm gonna mark down this. You gotta do it two ways, and you gotta learn to understand the difference between periopal skin. Okay, I'm right at 2 inches. I'm not going to take this heel down. Let's mark this down like this. Get under the hairline from the top of the periopal skin. I'm right at, please, right at 2 inches right here, about right there. So I'm not really going to take I don't want to go below 1 3/4. I'll tell you that much right now. 1 3/4 would be, let's see, right here. See, I'll decide if I want to go to 2 or if I want to do 1 3/4, depending on how much wall, excess wall I got here. I'll read that. Okay. All right, so that's basically the foot mapping. Show you that. Okay, now he's got quite a bit of sole, and I just want to define my sole a little bit. So I like to exfoliate or scribe out around the edge of the wall. And of course I lost my favorite knife to do that. No, I didn't. Here it is. Come on, lift it up. Okay, so I want you to see how I do this. Now your horse might not have much sole. He's got a little more sole. But I want to come up in here and I want to clean up this area between the sole and the wall. See there? Just lightly clean it up. Now see, he's got a dip right here, showing that he has quite a bit of sole in the toe. He's got a very thick frog. There's different ways that you can determine how much. Oops, see how I'm just cleaning up that white line? Now your white line may be stretched and other things going on. Again, this horse has been being trimmed like this for quite a while. So he's got a nice tight weight line. I'm gonna clean this up. Get right up there against the wall. See, I understand where my pillars are and where I can take this sole down to. You may not. So this is just an example of what I do with the horse that has pretty good sole. This is what you call scribing. You're not going to do this to necessarily every horse, but it is good to lightly exfoliate, find out how much sole you have, where your sole is. Quit, would you quit? Okay. Right here. Okay, especially in the pillars here. There we go. Quick, quick. Hold still. Okay. Again, you may not do this same way to every horse, but I know his sole, so I know what I'm taking out here. See, this has been long over here, and that's why it's got a little redness from stretching. There we go. Now I think I got his sole shaped up nicely. Okay, now we're just going to take the wall down about to the level of the sole. What we're doing today, we're not going to do any corrective work. We're just doing a basic trim. We're going to leave the wall to support the sole. We don't want to take these heels down. I'm going to show you. Look, see how I'm doing this heel? I am not actually touching. Let's see if I can find a different colored marker. There's a red marker there. Everybody think I cut the horse. Right here, I don't want this piece to go any lower right here. But from here over, I can take that down. Same with here. I don't want to go any lower than right here, but I can take it from here to here down. See, you want to leave this point higher. Not higher, but you don't want to rasp it down. And if you look real close, you will notice, especially over here, that this point right here is lower than this piece of wall that's grown up. Okay? So you need to really learn how to, like I could keep my finger right there and take this down without taking that point down. Okay, that's almost to level, so not quite. And I haven't really actually taken the heel buttress point down. Now I'm just gonna follow my wall around over here. Oh yeah, me too. Okay, give it here. Give it here. Come on. Okay. Loosen up a bit, would you? Okay. As you see, I'm not touching that very edge right there, but I have taken this round around. Now, quit. Oh, chill. I'm going to put my thumb on there so that I can't take that down. There we go. Now this is interesting that we're getting this edge down because I've been not good at doing that, and you can see the stress fracture in the wall. Okay, so you can see now, I see I'm a little high in the toe here, so we're just gonna take that right there. Test it out, see? Okay, that foot is looking pretty good. I don't know why I can't keep that camera at the right angle. See, this side is coming in more, this bar's standing up more. It's looking pretty good. I'm just going to lightly brush this heel all the way. There we go. Lightly hit that. Okay, now we just want to knock off the hard outer edges for right now. Sharp outer edges, let me put it that way, because they can really cut themselves. As tempting as it is to want to do a bunch of correction on this foot, because the heels still need to move back. I could bevel the quarters more, things like that, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do a basic trim, let him go for 3 days, and then come in and do my beveling and my corrective work. Again, I'm rounding off the edges. I'm leaving a lot of wall to support the sole. And that's probably all I'm going to do for a couple days. Okay, so here's another. Let's back it up a little bit. Okay, here's the other foot. This is the right front. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take this apex down. See how nice thick frog he's got? Okay. Take this down a little more. Find the true apex where it's rounded, blended into the sole, which is right about here. Okay. I think it's right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, now, again, I like to really define my frog, clean it up. I don't want it totally overtaking this collateral groove. Oops. I want to quite do that, but that's alright. We'll go back. Hold on, Leah, I'm almost finished with this one little part. I'll take a break. Good. Okay, that's pretty good, but I feel like we need to kind of clean up this central sulcus because there's a crack back here. So we're going to go ahead and open that up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this out for now. It'll grow back. Because I don't like this little crack over here. Taking out a little more than I usually do there, but it'll be alright. Okay, that's pretty good cleaned up frog. Except for right in here. Okay, I don't really have any periopal I need to take off here. This is good, no excess. So let me take this side off. Okay, shaped up nicely and ready to map. Okay, so let's mark the true apex, which is right there. Okay, and let's go 1.5 inches from there. All right, let's see. Oh crud, this is that stupid one. Never mind. The measurement ain't right on that unless you cut it off. Okay, right there. Right there. Cool. All right. Now we're going to clean up the sole. Okay, you want to make sure you put your line down the center. Okay, so we know that our toe is going to be here. Okay, we know that know that our bar is going to be right here. So a little bit I can take off. Quit. Right here. Okay, we're going to draw a line down right under, you go under that hair and then you roll it over. There's 2 inches. Right here is 2 inches. We're going to draw a line down the back straight to under the hairline. See it? Then I put that right there at them hairs and roll it. And boy, we're right at 2 inches on this heel right here. Again. Okay. All right. Okay, now you may not do what I'm doing, but I do like to describe the sole because I know the shape of the foot. I know how the pillars have to come back, different things like that. You may not know this yet, and you may not have much sole. Do not necessarily do what I am doing, as I am scribing the sole. You may not have any sole to scribe. It may be paper thin. Okay, this horse has a good over a ½ inch of sole. Okay, I know he does. You may not, but this is the way I'm trimming him, so don't think just because I take this sole off of him the way I do here that you can do that, but you can learn from this. Look at the shape of the foot. Do you see a round foot? No. How do you get a round foot when these pillars get too long? You have to learn how to take this foot down according to the shape of the sole, according to the shape of the internal foot. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. I just come up here, and what I want to start doing is just cleaning out. Look here. Just come up here. You can do this. Everybody can do this. Come up here to the wall and just clean out around that. See, I haven't taken off any sole at all. See, I'm just cleaning up to the white line. That's it. Okay, practice that before you take any sole. Okay, I'm just cleaning. See how I'm just cleaning that up to the white line, cleaning out the white line where the dirt was. See how I'm making that clean? Now you can see the distinction: the sole, the white line, and the wall. There's the phone, and I'm not going to answer it. Okay, so I'm just seeing you can take a chokehold on these knives too. Now see how I've just cleaned up the wall and the white line in there? See how I'm using my life precision? Look at that. That's interesting. See that white line? See how his toe's too long? See the red? That's from needing a trim. There's been some leverage on the toe here. Okay. So now me, since I know how to read this foot, and I know what I'm looking at, well, at least I think I do, learn something new all the time, I'm going to take this pillar down a little more. And I think I'm going to scribe out around the bars too. Like, I'm not even going to cut the bar. I'm just going to find the white line of the bar here. There we go. We found that one. Let's find this one. See how I can take the knife, hold it short, and then use my finger to guide? Quit! See that? Come right through there. There. Ow! Found the white line all the way around the bar. Okay, see how I just cleaned up around that so I know where everything is? Okay, so I've got that all cleaned up. I'm taking a look at the sole. I'm seeing if there's anything I want to take off, and yes I do. I don't like a whole lot of excess sole ridge in here. So I'm going to take a little bit of that off. You may not have that, and you may not need to do that, but I am doing that. But then I'm not going to come in here after I reduce this sole ridge. I mean, I have a ridge. See it? This is lower here, and I don't like to leave a sharp edge. I like it to blend. Come up here and get this out. There we go. And clean some of this chunk of sole out there. I don't want a lump. No lumps allowed. There we go. Take the bar down to my line. Quit. Okay. Okay. Now, need to take off a little bit of this bar so it'll keep moving over. Quit. Okay, now we're gonna rasp her down flat, do our little pasture trim here, and leave all the support of the wall for 3 days. Then we're gonna come back and do our corrective work. Now, you can't always do this, okay? If you're trimming horses, you're gonna have to do the trim and your farrier work and find a balance between that so you don't leave the horse tender or sore. But you gotta figure, no matter what, their feet are going to feel a little different the first day or two. Just like when you trim your fingernails. See? This is a whole horse's foot. So, but in this case, I'm leaving him all the wall. Okay, so again, I'm going to put my thumb right here. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to take down all this wall in front of the heel buttress there. Again, I'll do it here. I got it marked. I've taken down a little bit. about down to level, so especially there in the pillar. Okay. Okay, I want to go ahead and take this down a little bit. Okay, get you over here so you can see that. This side is coming in. This bar is still laid over, but I don't want to do too much here. Okay, so now I'm just going to knock off the hard edges and leave him for several days. Then I'll come back and do the corrective work. Okay, now another thing you want to do, check to make sure your frog is not higher than the wall. Give it here. Right there. Nope, frog is not higher than the wall. How about there? Nope, frog is not higher than the wall. I could take it down a little bit right here and get rid of some of the deader frog though. That's not going to hurt it a bit, and that's actually good for it because you want to keep your frog renewing and having room to go, and it's not supposed to be higher than the wall. Really, it shouldn't even be quite equal to the wall. Okay, boy, that's a nice frog. See, has a lot of give to it, and it's hard. Now, yep, it's flexible, and it's about ½ an inch or more thick, so that's good. Okay. Okay, then you got to take small teeth through the rasp. Make sure you knock off the sharp edges. Now, I could probably do this all in one day, but just from what I've been seeing is these horses need a lot more wall than what we've been giving them as barefoot trimmers. Better to take less more often. Not less is more, but take less more often in certain respects. That is not a trim philosophy though, that you trim by as far as you just don't know what the heck you're even doing. Pick it up. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and knock off the darker outer tubules. Here on this one, do it a little bit different than I did that other foot. Just to where, see, he's got really thick walls on this foot. See the difference in color? How it's white there, and then gray? Okay, I'm just knocking that off. Back to waterline. Now your horse may not have this. You may not want to knock this much off. You may just want to take off the sharp edges. Okay. But on this case, on this foot, I'm going to go ahead and take off some of this. God bless it. There we go. Take off them hard outer edges. Or not hard, sharp. Okay, that's good enough for that foot for today. See, he's got a lot of wall to support his sole. And he ain't got no giant sole ridge that's growing out of bounds. Everything's smooth and level. He's got some concavity where it's supposed to be and some sole ridge where it's supposed to be.